Are you renting, looking to move up, looking to downsize, maybe gonna sell, maybe not, but you're trying to time the market right? I'm telling you to stop, because I've seen more people lose greater opportunities at wealth and, more importantly, happiness, because they're waiting and timing the market, and you will never time the market right. Stay tuned, I'll talk all about it. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane with Living in the Denver Suburbs. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime about anything real estate related. I'd be happy to help you and give you a consultation on your situation. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. I'm also launching a free buyer's course. It'll be a 20-part video series, at least, maybe give or take. And I am right now offering anybody who comments on this and wants to be on the pre-release list to give you first crack at that. Super excited to give a comprehensive view of the buyer journey through the entire process, so you know what to expect, because when you're in it, the stress is high. So I'd love to give you that information. But now let's get into this, and let's start with buyers. Okay, if you're renting, you're paying 100% interest, call me, we'll fix that. But let's talk a little bit about the mindset, right? Buyers are like, well, the interest rates are so high. I'm going to tell you the last 12 months have been the most volatile interest rate market you've ever seen. We've gone from 3% to 7%, kind of back down, back up, whatever. And the honest truth is you'll never time that right. The cool part about interest rates is typically if you're on a 30-year fixed mortgage, you are locked in at an interest rate. If it goes higher, you're locked in. If it goes lower enough to make a difference, you always can refinance, as long as your home value has stayed and you've kept up your home. And we'll talk about that a little bit too. So as a buyer, I hear people, well, I want to time the market. I'm gonna wait till interest rates come down. I'm gonna wait till prices come down. I'm gonna wait till bidding wars go away. Well, I've seen so many people over the last 3 years make that decision, and now they're sitting here like, okay, well, everything happened that I said was going to happen, like that we're not seeing multiple crazy bidding wars. We are seeing multiple offers again in the Denver market, but not anything crazy. I've heard a couple stories of 6 figures over, but that's typically when the agent underprices the home. But we've seen such a price increase, and now it's a different story, right? Maybe that person has got a couple raises at their job or whatever, but they still haven't. I guarantee you not a lot of people have gotten $200,000 raises or whatever over the last couple of years. So they've waited till the competition went down and they didn't have to be as aggressive, but now they've lost out on the interest rate, right? Because now we're double the interest rate what we were in some of those times. And so that's a problem. Now that's the problem. Now they're waiting for rates to come down. Well, what do you think is going to happen when the rates come back up? Well, they're going to, that's going to affect the pricing and the bidding wars and all of the things, because as population increases and comes to the market, people are buying. As we've seen the last 2-3 weeks of, January, the first 3 weeks of January, mortgage applications were up. Buyers were like, okay, well, this is the interest rate. I guess it's got to be 6. Like, let's get out and do this. And now interest rates have ticked up a little bit just based on, the market and what's going on, and the CPI and the, all the things, the jobs reports, all the reports that come out that, have the investment markets and the bonds markets, trading and doing the things, which affects the interest rate. So the truth is you'll never be able to time the market perfectly. Again, note to renters, you're paying 100% interest. So I don't know why you're waiting for a 5% interest rate or 4% interest rate, because you're, getting a 94% discount right now, as far as I'm concerned, on that interest rate. And we may see interest rates come down. That's just going to give people more buying power. They're just going to bid up prices, and you're kind of in the same boat there. So just kind of take that into consideration. And I'm very good friends with the top lender in the entire state of Colorado, and she can't even predict, what's going on, right? It is what it is. It's a market. It's based on the market. And it's not like it's gone crazy, but we see, a point, half point, 3/4 point, that's a big deal based in a month, right? That's a huge price fluctuation in a monthly payment. So just know that timing the market as a buyer is definitely not, that it's not possible, to be honest. And so as we talk about this, we'll talk about sellers now, right? If you own a home and you're looking to buy another home, or move up or move down, or, move out, whatever. If you're selling a home and buying a home in the same market, you're playing with, house money, right? If you get a crazy bidding war on your sale and then you go to buy 2 weeks later, you'll probably have a crazy bidding war on, your purchase. And so you're kind of playing that game. If you have to sell and maybe you have to cut the buyer a little bit, maybe it goes under asking or whatever because the interest rates are higher and that's just kind of what's going on. You don't have crazy multiple offers. Then if you get into the same market, you're gonna probably get a little bit of a discount on a list price or whatever. So the truth is, if you're selling and buying, that's the thing. Now, some people say, well, what if I'm gonna buy in a different market? There's a lot of people moving to the Midwest and doing that. Well, that's great. You've still earned a ton of equity over the last 2 years based on the market. So take it out there. And, maybe it's a little bit better market. Maybe it's more competitive. Maybe it's less competitive, depending on the market. It's all there, right? And a lot of it's driven by the interest rate and how aggressive the buyers can be, but you're buying and selling in the same market or a similar market regardless. So that's kind of that takeaway. And the truth is that life is short, like our time here is finite. And so if we can buy a home that we absolutely love, buy that dream home, get into that dream home because we can do it, we qualify for it, etc., then do it, right? Might as well not waste valuable moments of your life living in a place you don't want to live, waiting for a bunch of people in Washington or New York or wherever they are to make decisions and, cause the market to do one thing or the other. This is your life, and that's what's important. Why do I say it's not a real possibility? Because you don't control any of that. You don't control the jobs numbers. You don't control the market. You don't control anything to do with the interest rate or the real estate market. You control yourself, your desires, your life. And so that's super important to understand that it's all relative, right? If you get a lower interest rate, the prices are going to go up, so on and so forth. So, we're not headed towards a huge crash like people have said, due to simple supply and demand. You can check that out on another video, not at this time. In fact, if you want my February market update, definitely check it out right here. And we can go from there. So what am I asking you to do at this stage of the game? Reach out. I would love to have a conversation with you. I don't care if you're in Canada. I don't care if you're in Russia. If you're my friend and you're watching this, reach out and say, okay, this is what's going on. This is my, everything. I may not know exactly what's going on in your market. If you're in Denver, Colorado, I will absolutely have all the market knowledge you could ever want. And we can talk about that. We can base it on your situation, talk a little bit about the market, just so you kind of are aware of what's going on and why there's no perfect time to buy and no perfect time to sell. The perfect time is when it's yours. Reach out, let's have a consultation. If you're close, we can get a lender involved. We can talk about what interest rate you could actually earn, because the interest rates that everyone throws around are like the par perfect credit rates. And you might be in a different situation than that. And you still might be able to qualify, and you still might stop being able to pay someone else's mortgage and start paying your own. So that's kind of what I want out of today's video. The honest truth is, it's all about you. It's all about your timing, what's going on. Maybe you're in a situation where you're not ready to buy for 12 months or 18 months due to credit or not having the cash saved up. There are programs for that. But let's have a conversation. And there's not anybody that I can talk to in a 2-year time and give you a timeline of, steps to do, maybe connect you with a lender. They'll give you some steps as well. And there's nobody that can't be approved in 2 years unless you have some major issues going on in your credit. And even then, I've had people buy in bankruptcy, depending on how they manage it and what type of bankruptcy it is. So, that's all I got for you today. You'll never time the market perfectly. You'll only time it perfectly for yourself. Live your life, go do what you need to do, and let's stop thinking about this real estate market as day trading. So look forward to hearing from you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.